With today's generation being driven by the technology that consumes their everyday lives, sometimes it's hard for us to remember our roots. Today, even in our schools, we have iPads, computers, and Promethean boards that would have astonished people of the past. However, very few people experience nature the way they used to.
Well, mainly myself, I grew up in more of a free-range childhood where you played in the woods with sticks and stones and acorns and jumped in piles of leaves and things of that nature. In today's culture, that's not anything children are doing, and that's what I think I'm providing here is just a little flashbacks of the way things were.
Scott Bordeaux is an individual who has invested his time to bring something special, a certified natural habitat, to his suburban neighborhood in Warren, Michigan.
It's been a pretty eventful happening. I've got still behind us here, there's anywhere between 6 and 8 state trees, the white pine. So as the years go by, this should all develop into a naturalization / cottage garden. That's kind of the title of the work that we've been doing out here. Maintenance free, doesn't take water or cutting or anything like that. That's the goal of this type of landscape, is one day no maintenance, if you can believe that.
After our conversation with Scott, he took us on an extensive look at his habitat.
Okay, here in the spring you can walk right in here, and this will be full of Mount Morenzi cherries. This is a Mount Morenzi cherry tree. And we've got this is 9 bark, flowers early spring, I believe. There's your GE hydrangea, holds a white flower throughout the summer and turns pink in the fall. You got Becky daisy. Some more GE hydrangea. This here is the specimen tree. This is a yellow magnolia tree, very early spring flower tree. This is a forest pansy. And then this is a Nippon daisy that will be in full flower soon. So you typically got flowers coming up all year round around here. The majority of these tall plants are a cup plant. They form a cup right here that fills up with water. The insects and the birds, they all get their drinks. Here we got raspberry trees. Pick and eat a raspberry if you'd like. So when all this stuff is mature, it'll all just fill right in, and thus the name naturalization.
Being driven by his passion for wildlife, Scott has worked hard to be recognized by many organizations.
All right, well, mainly when I first started this project here, it was just slowly but surely you get involved in it full deep with those far as I've had help with the National Wildlife Federation, who certified my property, and then I dealt with the Arbor Day Foundation, purchasing trees through them, and other various culture, people getting a hold of me from the City of Warren, Garden Walk, and then the involvement I've had from neighbors bringing plants down to taking plants away. It's just been all a very positive thing ever since the start of this project, which has been going on for a number of 8 years, probably since I moved in here. Dedicate it also to Mrs. Shaver, the owner of this home. Before she passed, she wished that she had bought the property next door. It created what it was in the past. So I feel that what I've done here is just going to create what her dream was. And this house was built in 1938, solid as a rock, by her husband. Just some old things that are to be valued, I think, these days.
I'm Kyle Lesher for PBS Student Labs, reporting from Fraser High School.